Do this now, so that the narcissist will stop abusing you immediately. And it will work 100%. Today, we'll talk about how to quickly remove a narcissist from your life. Please subscribe to our channel, give us a thumbs up, and share this video with your friends and family if you believe it will be useful to them. Narcissists seem to be the topic of conversation these days, so allow me to elaborate. If you're wondering if the person you're thinking about is a narcissist, you should have a better notion at the end of the movie. I'd want to tell you about some of the most efficient methods I've found for causing narcissists to quickly withdraw from your life and how you may use these methods too. I think it's important to define a narcissist as someone who chronically lacks empathy. If your mother, father, wife, or husband is having a bad day, or if you are having a bad day yourself, this person doesn't care. They don't care about the future of their own children or about the people who are different from themselves at work. So, you aren't meeting an inherently evil person who lacks the ability to think critically or respect the feelings and experiences of others. The individual you've described exhibits a pattern of entitlement. They lied to get what they wanted, they cheated at the grocery store, and they believe they have the right to take advantage of the people in their lives. Narcissists are destructive coworkers who ruin their colleagues' careers by stealing credit for others' labor and smearing their names. This is done for the narcissist's own self-promotion. And if it would assist your employer be promoted, you should do it even if it would hurt your reputation. They are not concerned with how their actions would affect their jobs or the reputations of others around them. They simply want what they want. To put it plainly, we're talking about someone who will take advantage of others for personal benefit, with the most obvious targets being those who are weak or defenseless. A narcissist will not be content or go until they have eliminated you from existence. They will try to interrupt your tranquil family life or even injure you if you are successful in business. And they will do the same if you are successful in business. They are extremely vindictive people who will not stop at just harassing you online. Narcissists' behavior changes as soon as they are called out, by whoever that may be. Being a narcissist victim is difficult because you'll always feel like you're being attacked from behind. Because of their constant need to feel powerful and in charge, narcissists will never let go when it's convenient for you. You will have to humiliate a narcissist if you manage to set them off and make them think you will alter the power dynamic. Any public exhibition of shame, however, will be interpreted by a narcissist as an attempt to undermine them, and they will react violently as a result. The last thing a narcissist wants to do is waste their time with someone who doesn't have firm boundaries because they believe they are so strong and sure of who they are that they can intimidate and struggle with anyone. They do not want to speak with someone who can potentially see through their act. Here are some considerations to make before teaming up with a narcissist. If you can demonstrate exceptional composure and superior intelligence while remaining focused on the facts, the narcissist will likely be more willing to release you. You never let your emotions get the best of you. The narcissist will claim that you are sabotaging their good intentions. You've asked the narcissist for the truth, and they've given it to you in their typical slippery method. Narcissists can't keep up with rational people, therefore it's best to just tell them what they want to hear. The key to dealing with a narcissist without losing your cool is to avoid letting yourself feel any strong emotions. When a narcissist gets you to feel empathy for them, they've had you. They thrive on your emotions, and it's impossible to think clearly when you're feeling vulnerable. When conversing with a narcissist, it's best to stick to the truth. Use lines of dialogue like, "I know you did this. You told them." "Oh, you fortune teller. Oh, how do you know that? With what analysis did you come to that conclusion?" While dealing with them, when making a claim, what proof do you have to back it up? "Oh, I see. It makes no difference to me. Tell me whatever you know. Please provide me with the justification for this idea by detailing irrelevant background information. I'm also highly knowledgeable." The narcissist will be less receptive to spending time with you if you approach him or her in this way. "It's your prerogative to form whatever opinion you like about me, but if the judgmental types start knocking on your door, politely ask them to be quiet. However, you are entitled to your assessment of me." Narcissists will constantly seek opportunities to get a rise out of you. Why? They are weak and can't sustain themselves. A negative response will make them feel as though they have defeated you. Narcissistic mothers are the worst, in my experience, since they refuse to give up on their children until they are no longer alive. If she can make her child dependent on her, the mother will feel empowered. She had also witnessed the violent responses of black women to their children, much like those of black males. If an outsider has never been in or survived a comparable position, the bond between a narcissist mother and her child can be quite uncomfortable. When their child is distraught, the parents resort to gaslighting, triangulating, humiliation, and severe criticism. When you give it some thought, the narcissistic parent is trying to establish power and control over the vulnerable child's life. Basically, you shouldn't offer them any ammo to chew that will excite them, activate their narcissism, and genuinely keep the cycle between you and them. This includes not being overly emotional, making them grey, and closing firmly. If you wish to get away from a narcissist, you should think about how relationships work. Narcissists have an almost pathological craving for power and control over others, making them very manipulative people. They'll turn the truth on its head, lie to you, transfer the blame, use confusing word combinations, and make it hard to understand what they're saying. If you give the other person some thought, you'll realize that you're not imagining things and that this person is doing this. This person is acting this way with that person, and this person has this pattern of behaving this way. Using this knowledge to prepare for a talk with someone you believe to be highly narcissistic requires you to maintain your composure. Remember that a narcissist's purpose is to make you doubt your own reality, and that they will resort to deception if necessary to get what they want from you. Don't let yourself be fooled in a conversation like this. You wouldn't want someone you care about to actually feel that way about you. This is particularly true if you have a history of trauma. Keep your ground and make it clear to the narcissist that you're not going anywhere if you want them to leave you alone. As a means of acceptance and coping, write down the strategies you may use to spot and avoid this severely narcissistic person. Should you, however, give this list to people who are just concerned with themselves? Don't even think about it. It's a terrible plan. It's important to keep it close, yet you're aware of the dangers. You can use reason and reasoning to get the narcissist to stop bothering you. Under no circumstances should you give in to your emotions when dealing with a narcissist. Instead, you should put up your hand to pause the conversation and explain that you'd like to focus on the facts, have your voice heard, and be understood, but that you're not happy with the way things are going right now. Your comments sound aggressive. I'm beginning to doubt that we can reach our destination together. The narcissist fears you will show him or her that you are more emotionally developed and well-rounded than they are if you are too spiritual and quantum around them. You will see how deceiving a narcissist is if you are someone who is confident in yourself. People who can see through their narcissistic facade and call them out on it are terrifying to narcissists. Therefore, if you want a narcissist to leave you alone, you should explain what you're going through, take the time to figure out the facts, take the time to recognize narcissistic tendencies in others, take the time to keep your energy, and be sure to hold that boundary with yourself. We want to thank everyone for coming today and hope to see you again soon. Please hit the subscribe button and go on to the next video if you found this one entertaining.